A lot of stuff going on in the financial world here this afternoon, so we've decided to give you some bonus time with financial expert Derrick Kinney this afternoon. Derrick, thanks as always for doing it this week with us. Double duty this week, really.
My pleasure, Jason. Just awakened from the food coma, and I'm here with you live.
Well, I'm glad we pulled you away from that for just a few minutes here. We've been talking a lot about Cyber Monday today. A lot of people getting online, getting that gift shopping done. You want to be careful, of course, and not overdo it. What are some things that you tell people about as far as doing shopping today? You can be lured in by a lot of these deals.
Well, remember the one guiding principle that you and I agree on, Jason, and that is don't buy things you don't need with money you don't have. You want to make sure that you get the best deal when you really want to get a deal on that item. So don't be lured into a big discount on something you weren't planning to spend money on in the first place. If it's on your plan and if it's a gift you really want to get, this could be a golden opportunity. But when plan meets opportunity is when the savings typically occur.
You know, I've actually had to do that before where, you think about it as you continue shopping for something, and then by the time you get to your cart, you take another look at it again and go, do I really need all these things that I put in here? I was lured in because, I was kind of convinced to get it. So maybe that second, just that reevaluation at the end before you click buy.
That's a great plan. When I go to places like TJ Maxx or Home Goods, I call it the temptation aisle. I've got my one item I went there for, but I leave with 6 items, and it's by design. They know that impulse shopping results in about a 25% increase in shopping people's bills. So when you're on the website, if you're going to buy that big screen, just buy the big screen. Hesitate a bit for the extended service plan. If you want to do it, but don't buy anything else. That could be a win and a way to save you money and keep you on your budget, which is the key right now.
Yeah, put some blinders on as you walk up to the checkout after that. So we just looked at the stock market today. It's had a decent bounce here lately, but a rough one today. What are you telling investors as we head toward a new year now? We've seen sort of prognostications that things may get a lot better in the stock market in the months ahead, or that they may get a lot worse, and it's like you don't know who to listen to.
Well, let me be a voice of reason right now for our viewers, Jason, and say we expected before the China lockdown over COVID this weekend that if we saw Black Friday sales higher than expected, the market would be higher this morning. Good news, sales were very, very good Friday, bigger than expected, but because of the unexpected issues in China, the market really sank this morning. And so we're going to have to see what impact that has over the next couple of days. If the issue in China drags on, my concern is it could drag the market down at the very time most economists think that we might be creeping out of the woods. So right now, expect volatility. If you do have some money on the sideline, though, it's always a good time to ease money into those quality companies you've been watching. $50, $100 here or there. Buy on the dips typically is where the profits are made long term.
Volatility, the key word there. Make sure that you can handle those downs just like you can handle the ups there. I want to ask you too, as we're looking at the market right now, because I know that you have said many times that when the Fed is raising interest rates, eventually we get to a point where they stop raising interest rates and generally the market soars. And it's a time before they stop raising rates that you say that it really starts to take off. Well, lately we've been getting these signals that maybe they're going to stop raising rates as aggressively. Is that sort of what you're looking for there?
Yeah, keep in mind the Federal Reserve, every word they say, Jason, is evaluated. When the Fed chairman talks about possibly easing back a bit or maybe rates may be moderated, those are fancy big economic words that say things may be getting better. And we saw that a couple weeks ago where they said, look, inflation may be peaking and the price of the grocery store is coming down a bit. Here's the bottom line, though. Because we're at a 40-year high, it takes a while for the market to balance out. But here's what our viewers need to know. Typically about 40 to 60 days on average before the Fed says we've stopped raising rates is when the market starts to bounce back up again. So it's hard to time that. Typically, by the time it looks good to invest, you've missed the best window of opportunity to invest. So that's why I say now, it sounds like a broken record, but now's a good time to keep adding to the 401k, keep saving for your retirement. Even if it may dip a little bit, you're putting seeds in the ground that eventually that sun's going to come out and your portfolio will blossom.
don't sleep on those investments in the months ahead here, but be prepared for that volatility. Derrick, thank you so much for taking the time with us, and we're going to have to do it again with you this week. Double duty.
Sounds good. Thank you, Jason. Good to see you.
Derrick Kinney, author of Good Money Revolution. Check it out.